I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is a very, very special Chase the Heat. Today, the Chase the Heat turns 7 years old. I've been thinking about it for 7 years. Kind of snuck up on us. There's so much has happened in the 7 years, and I've got a lot of crazy numbers to share with you. Hey, you're not going to be able to do that. Hey, you're not going to be able to do that. Anyway, people are laughing at Mama Scoville. Anyway, listen, so I got a lot of numbers I'm going to convey and some interesting things, and we're going to talk about some of the things that have happened. What is the state of Chase the Heat moving forward? Before I do a couple things, I want to say happy birthday. Now, Tom Broom is a really, really close friend of mine, one of my best friends, and he owns Seriously Hot Peppers. He grew this Death Spiral, and he made this 13 million Scoville tincture. I'll be doing that today, but his better half, and I mean the better half, is Cindy, and it's Cindy's birthday today. So please, everybody, say happy birthday to Cindy in the comments. It is also Zach Perkins' birthday. He's a good friend of mine, High Desert Sauce Company. Zach, he's a great guy. His wife Dana, they're terrific people. So happy birthday, Zach, as well. 7 years have passed, and not one of you has aged a day. I just wanted you guys to know that. You're all terrific. You should pat yourselves on the back. There's a couple things I want. I'm wearing this Harvest 912 because it's a significant part of me and why I do what I do. I think it's a big reason I started the channel eventually. I think in retrospect, it's to work with Harvest, and I really mean that. So it's really important to me. I want you to check out Harvest 912. Their link is in the description box. A new shirt. I want to tell everybody about this. In every live stream I do, somebody will donate money or do super chat. Please don't do that in this live stream. Please don't. If one of the mods wants to throw up johnnyscoville.com, my website, there's a new shirt I have, and it's a really cool shirt. And I'm going to just tell you what it says because it's neat. You can get a frame that has it printed on it, or it comes on a shirt. It simply says capsaicinost. And that is a word that didn't exist and does now, capsaicinost. And below it, it says the definition. It says, masochist is receiving pain. Sadist is giving pain. Capsaicinist is embracing pain. And that is the coolest t-shirt in the world. So if you, instead of donating something like that, go get a t-shirt. All right, so I'm a numbers guy. And 7 years is a long time. And I want to talk to us a little bit about that. I started Chase the Heat 7 years ago today. That was 2,556 days ago. And in those 2,556 days, this that you're watching right now is the 5,000th upload. That equates to 1.95 videos per day, every single day, since the day I started it. It's kind of an interesting thing. If somebody were to, I think of this a lot, if somebody were to find Chase the Heat today and they were to just watch one video a day, it would take over 14 years to watch them all. And that's if I quit making videos today, and I'm not quitting today. We got a lot of videos left. Today also, not only is the 5,000th video, the 7th year anniversary, but today we got our 23rd millionth view, 23 million of them. And I remember, I mean this now, I remember when the first video I ever did got 100 views. And I remember thinking, I can't believe 100 people watched that. I couldn't believe it. And I remember when the channel hit 100 subscribers. It was Christmas Eve in 2019, of Christmas Eve. And we hit 100. I'll never forget it. It was like a magical night. I remember hitting 1,000, thinking it was just unbelievable to me that 1,000 people clicked that and watched this stuff. Right now, we are at 132,671 subscribers, riders on the bus. So I want to thank all of you for taking the time. If you watch this stuff and you don't hit the subscribe button, thank you anyway. But thank you for those of you who've done that. You guys never see me drink. You should see me drink more. I drink a lot of water now. All right, those 23 million views have The view count, the time on those 23 million views is 2,055,720 hours of view time. That equals 234 and a half years. Just another one of those stupid numbers that doesn't make a lick of sense to me. It doesn't. I think 2 weeks ago is when that little episode I had where I was dehydrated, and right there I was on the floor, probably one of these colors, a shade of this, and man, God had my brother there, and he knew what to do, but that whole experience has had a very, very profound effect on how I feel and how I'm a very fortunate person. I really am. I want just a few more bit of numbers, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's happened, some of the stuff that's coming. But Social Blade, I don't know if you guys know what Social Blade is. Social Blade is a website that ranks YouTubers. It also ranks people on the X platform, people on Instagram, and they rank just a lot of different platforms. But they rank people, like you can see how you are apples to apples with every other YouTuber. I looked, and as of right before I started this, about an hour ago, I checked, and right now on YouTube there are 60,500,000 YouTube channels. Now, when I started, I think there were 40 million and change. It was definitely 40 million and something. But right now there is 60,500,000 YouTube channels. It's just an unbelievable thing. Well, we've been ranked. Every YouTuber, if you want to see what your ranking is, go to Social Blade. You can see where you rank. As far as subscriber rank, Chase the Heat is 362,400 out of 60,500,000. I mean, you could, with every one of these numbers, they could literally throw away the 60 million and just keep we'd still be here. Out of the overall ranking, out of 60,500,000 channels, we are ranked 437,583. All of these numbers are you. All of these numbers are a reflection of your time and your love for something so silly. And it's just, thank you for the time that you've put into this. It's amazing. Video view, as far as views, they rank me not just with overall rank, but subscriber rank, but view count, how many views I've had. And out of the 60,500,000, we are 470,900. So we're better than, it's a crazy thing. This is 60,500,000 YouTube channels. They could do away with the 60 million. And we'd still be here in every category. And you guys are just amazing. I was going to share this earlier before I began, because I was doing a live stream before this video began. But the channel was about 4 days old. It was the first week for sure. And I did a video, and I got a comment from a guy named Joe Williams. And I've talked about Joe Williams probably 10 times, 20 times. He left a comment that said, he said it was a great video. He said, I'm your biggest fan. And I remember it literally seizing me up. My engine stopped. I was like, I had to read it a couple times. And before that day, before that comment, I was walking around like I'm a YouTuber, like with 2 videos under my belt, a week. But I was a YouTuber. The minute I read that comment from Joe Williams, the whole thing kind of shifted. It was like a paradigm shift. It wasn't really about me. I was like, wow, this is about Joe. This is about Joe Williams. That's who this channel's about. It's about all that. And to this day, Joe is still a friend of mine. We're friends on Facebook. He still watches the channel. But this channel is about you guys. It really is. That's people sometimes ask why do I call it a bus? It was at a Grateful Dead concert, and Jerry Garcia said that it's the bus. He said that all the Deadheads, it was their bus. He was just the driver, and that just really resonated with me. And one of the reasons I kind of adopted that, I don't think Jerry would be mad. He was pretty cool, but the reason I adopted that for the channel is if anybody here is watching has been to a Grateful Dead concert, or even Phish for that matter, and you've also gone to a chili festival or a hot sauce festival, you will notice a wicked similarity in the vibe that happens the minute you walk in. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, you don't know what I'm talking about, but anybody who's been to a Dead show or a Phish show that will tell you that the vibe inside a chili festival or pepper festival or hot sauce expo, whatever, is exactly the same. Because at a Dead show, you'll have doctors, guys that are surgeons, you'll have CEOs of companies, you'll have teachers, you'll have nurses, you'll have stay-at-home moms, you'll have people that just tour with the Dead, you'll have veterinarians, military people, former athletes like Bill Walton, and you'd have some of these, everybody there though, but nobody was at anything, but they all had their tie-dye on, and that day we were just Deadheads. Just there for all the same reason, just to hear good music. Well, when you go to a chili festival, that vibe is so similar that calling Chase to Heat the Bus just really seemed to fit with me. It just seemed to work. So that's where that came from. The channel started, then I think it was the second year of the channel, I got message from the people in the Philippines, some great friends in the Philippines, and they invited me over there. And it was just an amazing thing. And I got back from the Philippines. I found there was just a ton of people there that were in love with Chili's and watched the channel. They were the most amazing people. And after I got back, I ended up going to Australia. And then from there, I got back, I went to New Zealand, and then I went to London, and then back to the Philippines, and then back to London again, and then we went to Belgium, and all between all of those trips, I'm going to chili festivals in the United States, and sometimes in different countries, and it's just been the most surreal experience for me, because all of this was an accident. I wanted to be successful, but I didn't know what I was doing. There's no course you can take. Maybe there is now, but there wasn't a course where I could take. So you want to be a YouTuber, here's what you're going to do. And if it works, here's what's going to happen. There's nothing like that. So I was kind of flying blind, and I got really overwhelmed when the channel first started. I ended up drinking a lot, and I got sober. And that was a huge, huge important. I know I wouldn't be where I am right now if I was still drinking and doing drugs. I just wouldn't be. And so that's God's a great thing. God's taking care of me. It's the only reason I'm here. But it's just a lot of amazing things have happened to bring me where I am right now. Sitting in front of you, a sober guy, and this channel isn't a sober channel. But look around in the comment section, see how many people here that are sober. It's an amazing thing. And I was just looking at this today. It's worth reading because it's just worth reading. It says, you know that eating spicy food causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin. Listen carefully here. Serotonin makes you better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. And if you're trying to quit something, anxiety, depression, anger, and stress, those are triggers. So I think that I've done interviews with Apple TV. There's a correlation between sobriety and peppers. So, because I know a lot of people are going to see this video, if you or somebody has a problem, go to the lifeboat. Go somewhere, but get help. Life's too short to go through shackled. Let me hydrate a little bit. I love that notification. It's beautiful. All right, so I said a little bit earlier, I said that this whole thing was an accident. It was an accident in the sense that things have happened, and I didn't really look. I'm on it for the ride. To me, it's like kind of like laying. You ever watch the luge, like the Olympics? The little teeny sled. You lay on it and you start going, and that's it. You're done. You're just you're hanging on, and it's going to do the turns it's going to do. You don't even know where they are. You can't stop it, and it's not stopping until it's stopping. And that's kind of how I feel Chase the Heat is. I got on the luge 7 years ago. I didn't know I'd be going to different countries. I didn't know I was going to get sober. I didn't know I was going to fall in love with Bree, which is still a thing. We love each other a great deal. The next step is hopefully when we get famous enough, that's going to be easier to get in there. But none of these things were planned, like I ended up in a Netflix special called We Are the Champions. I didn't go to them and say, hey, listen, I hear you're doing a special on Chili's. I'd like to be a part of that. They came to me. It was just, I didn't have anything to do with that. Mama Scove is leaving. You're leaving, right?
I'm going to get some peppers.
You hear that? She's going to get some peppers. As soon as that door shuts, the wheels come off. We're going to get crazy. She'll double back. That's how moms are. They do the double back. No double back? She's done a rare triple back. Ask Tommy. I swear to God, she's done a triple back. I will. So the whole thing with Netflix just kind of happened, and now I find myself on this Netflix special with some of the greatest chili heads in the world, jumping out of a plane, eating peppers. It's like, if you know how many times I've scratched my head and just go, how did any of this happen? You know what I mean? I don't know. And then, it just gets crazier. Then the thing that I'm in now, I didn't ask them. They came to me, and I'm going to be doing commercials for a major fast food company. And I can't tell you which one, but I didn't go to them. They came to me. So just a bunch of amazing things happened. And while I say it all happened by accident, it couldn't have happened without you, every one of you. So I'm done with the blabbering. I want to say thank you for how much you've done for me. No matter what I ever do for content, and it really doesn't matter what it is, I could never give back to each and every one of you what you have given to me. And that I feel the weight of that, and I'm not playing. I feel that. Yesterday I felt that when I was making videos, but I didn't upload them. It's not an easy thing. So anyway, thank you. So I have 5 peppers here. My tolerance is way down, so these are going to hurt an awful lot. It just is. All right. So Michigan chili grower is the first one I'm going to eat. It's an ahi cachuca. It's kind of a strange pod in that it does some weird things. And this one has some wonky looking seeds, a little dark seeds. I'm going to get rid of them. Oh, that looks beautiful now. Saving a beauty. If you look here, you'll see what I'm talking about with some seeds that are a little on the darker side. I'm going to remove those. But this is from Ryan Karsher. Ryan's a good dude. He's a good friend of mine. He's kind of a Renaissance dude. But this is the first one in the pepper portion of the celebration of 7 years. Thank you guys a lot. I love you. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is JC. Wow. Super crunchy and sweet. Do you know why I picked that pepper? I'm going to tell you the truth. One is because it was from Ryan, but 2 is because it's the least hot of the ones I'm going to eat. Every one of the next ones are going to really hurt me. There wasn't much heat in that, and it was absolutely delicious. This next one is the Death Spiral. This is grown by Tom Broom. Let's see how this looks. Oh. Here's where the pain starts, because my tolerance, I haven't eaten very much hot stuff since I got out of the hospital with the dehydration thing I've got. So here we go with Death Spiral from Seriously Hot Peppers. Hot immediately. That's the only great thing about having your tolerance drop is it hurts. Oh. It was fruity, it wasn't floral. It was a little bitter at the end, but just really hot right away. Burning in my chest already. My goodness. This is from Tomas Spillane. It's not the biggest, but this is a Primatale. Big shout out to Chris Saunders for creating this. It's a 7-pot Primo that's been crossed with a yellow Fatale. Excuse me. Oh. That's a hot one. This is a caramel primatali. This is from Uncle Bull Cow. I'm starting to get an endorphin rush. My ears are popping. It's gonna be a good one. All right, so this is pretty oily. It smells really good. But the caramels are exotic. What a burn they've got. Oh, I'm lit. Man, my tolerance is down. That's the beautiful thing about tolerance is dropping. That endorphin rush comes so much easier. Oh, wow. So, I get a tissue. 5,000 videos. I don't remember to bring a tissue. Idiot. Wonder what's happening next for JC. How many more years you think I got in me? Yeah, I got 5 more. 7 more. I'm sure I got 5 more, but I don't have 5 more in me with the pace that I've got now. I've got to slow it down, or I just won't be able to keep going. This is the scariest pepper there is. You know why? Do you know why? Because you can eat this one. It's the hottest pepper you're going to get your hands on. That's all there is to it. It's such a hot pepper. Oily as can be. Oh, man. I wonder if you can see the oil inside there. The wall. Look at the wall lining of that. That is about as oily as you're going to get. It's the chocolate primatali. Abercrombie Pepper Company. Very smoky right away. And to cap it off, we're going to do a drop of 13 million Scoville pure capsaicin drops. Not what am I saying? Pure capsaicin drops. 13 million Scoville lemon tincture. So I don't know if I got 7 or more left in me. I don't. But get your bus pass. I'm going to end this stream in a few minutes, this video. I'm going to do an aftermath, and we can talk about what I think is going to happen. My eyes are burning. Thank you for your love and support. I do this for you guys, and I couldn't do it without you. Okay, so in the description box, you're going to see a link for all the people that had anything to do with this video. Oh, my ears are burning. It's going to be a fun aftermath. Right there is the pepper. There's the boat. There are more videos. Excuse me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and I love you guys. This was Chase the